After today's little wobble incident on the interstate, I am switching back over to the OEM tires. It was uncomfortable, and having a bike that's loaded down, ready for travel, but can't really get up to interstate speed is not going to work for me. It might be a compound issue. It could be the weight, the suspension, and the tires, but I feel like the tires are probably contributing a large amount to the issue. So here's the Tuareg right now, and we've got the tires and wheels loaded up into the back of the 135. So we are going to take those in. There is performance. Tons of parts, accessories, tires, gear. They don't sell bikes. All right, just picked up the tires for Performance Cycle. Got the tires back, just grabbing torque specs. So I've replaced the MotoZ Rallz with back to the OEM tires. So I'm looking forward to getting out and doing some loaded testing back with the OEM tires. I'll let you guys know how it goes. After switching back to the OE Pirelli tires, my travel was pretty vanilla. Even loaded down, the bike's handling was back to being predictable and smooth at speed. Still though, I did want to experiment with knobbies for better off-road performance, and so I reached out to Ian over at Big Rock Moto. He's also running a Tuareg, but in his case, he had the MotoZ Rallz on the rear with the Dualventure up front, where I had opted to run the Rallz on both front and rear. Time was short though, and I didn't feel like I wanted to make a last-minute change before departing for ADV Fest. Fast forward a day or two, and while riding down, I decided to reach out to Kyle Bradshaw. For those unaware, Kyle really has an extreme amount of knowledge when it comes to tires, adventure tires specifically, and shares it willingly with his audience over on his YouTube channel. So I really wanted to chat with Kyle about my use case for the Tuareg, what I really wanted to see out of the tires, and get a good idea on what Kyle thought might be a good fit. So the MotoZ and Bridgestones were really at the top of the selection criteria, and after relaying my experience with the Rallys, he discussed what MotoZ had done with the Dualventure specifically to address maybe some of the shortcomings with the Rallys. So I was really looking at the Rallys or the AX41 offered by Bridgestone as a front tire solution.
And what we're going to do today is we're going to be installing some MotoZ tires onto this bike. Now I have a couple different front tires here set aside. These are some of the go-to tires that people are using. This here is the Rally front tire. What happens with the Rally front tire is upwards of 70 miles an hour or so, you can get a little bit of a wiggle. MotoZ has come up with a Dualventure tire that completely eliminates that. From what I've experienced, I've run 5 of these tires now and I've never had that experience. Another super popular tire that people are putting on is the AX41 from Bridgestone. That was a tire that Jim had asked about when looking. So he's already run the Rally tire, he knows how it handles. So we were looking at the differences between the AX41 and the Dualventure. So let's sort this out real quick. A couple things you can notice about the AX41 versus the Dualventure is the actual width of the tire. The 90-90-21 in the Dualventure is much wider and a little bit flatter of a profile than that of the AX41. But overall, the tread depth on the AX41 is slightly shorter than that of the Dualventure. A thing that I really like. Both these tires, you can see that they have angular lugs here on the sides that keeps dirt or traps dirt, so side heeling is good. Gaps here on the AX41 are a little bit larger than that of the Dualventure, but as you can see, the actual structure of these lugs are not too crazily different one from another. So I think Jim's decided he's going to do the Dualventure up here on the front. Now I always take the valve core itself and set it over near my tire balancer because that's where I'm next going to be needing to use that when we're all done with the process.
You know, one thing that really struck me as I got to spend some time with Kyle was how much of a family guy he is. It's really great to see more of a person in the single dimension that we get to see on our YouTube channel. Kyle set aside some some time on Saturday morning to chat with me about adventure tires and install his set. But he also included his kids in the process. He wasn't ushering them back into the house or anything. You know, everybody was included. It was a beautiful morning. And then later that evening, he invited me out on a sunset cruise up the Pacific Coast Highway to a local burger and shake joint, again, including his oldest son. Here you can see Kyle using the Rabaconda to remove my OE Pirelli tires and install the new MotoZ Tractionators. I ended up going with the Rallys on the rear again, but this time went with the Dualventure up front, and I'm excited to see how much better the Dualventure will track for me.
What's up, guys? That was a super fun Rabaconda installation here on Mr. Explore Ready's tires. Thank you for coming out. Your channel's pretty rad. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Kyle the Tire Guy, and you can go follow me at youtube.com/minibikes. I'm sure there'll be a link in the description too. Anyway, MotoZ Tractionator rally tires have been installed on his Tuareg. Well, on your Tuareg wheels anyway. Now we're going to get them on the bike and go out for an adventure. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel. You might see us up in Mojave in a couple days. So that'll be fun. Until next time, take care and ride safe out there.
Today we are rolling out of San Juan Capistrano, heading down to my friend Jeremy's house in Oceanside. I did just a little bit of interstate travel, no speed wobble. I'm running the MotoZ Rallz on the rear and the MotoZ Dualventure up front. We'll see how she does on the interstate. Excitedly nervous would be my adjective for this morning. I want to see how it does. Cruising around interstates that you're not familiar with, it's not ideal, at least for me. Bumps up the anxiety level a little bit. Normally do not enjoy, suggest, or appreciate riding in the right-hand lane. At this point, that's kind of where I'm at. And by that, I mean not only literally, but figuratively. I would say right now, the bike, I'm doing 75. And this is when I would start to get some wobble on the rallies. And doing 80 on textured pavement. And you can feel it, you know, creeping around. But that's quite a bit different than a wobble. Super stoked about that. I, you know, got a little gun shy after putting those rallies on the front, but so far the Dualventures have been really good. All right, we're gonna up the speed just a little bit and continue sort of feeling out the bike, seeing what kind of sensations it's gonna give us. You can feel the bike hunt around a little bit. So much different though than a speed wobble. But if you don't like the sensation, you're gonna carve a little bit left and right per Kyle Bradshaw, and that has been some super solid advice. Looks like we're almost there, everybody. I do want to say thanks for tagging along with me on this quick jaunt to my friend Jeremy's house. This has been Jim with Explore Ready, and ride safe, everybody.